Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Hey everybody, welcome and thank you for tuning in today. We are live at the Air Zoo in Portage, Michigan. This is an incredible aviation museum. What a great amount of jets they have on display. We are going to take an up-close look at a lot of these displays today. These static jets, you are going to love it. So be sure to watch until the end, where we're going to have an announcement for you as well. So let's get started on our tour of the museum. This is, of course, the Grumman F-14A Tomcat. Fans of Top Gun, this is your kind of jet. It's a fighter ground attack aircraft that was deployed by the U.S. Navy from 1974 to 2006. Its ability to sweep its wings aft 68 degrees from the horizontal, coupled with twin 21,000-pound thrust engines, enables it to achieve speeds in excess of twice the speed of sound. This is quite the war machine. The F-14, with its Phoenix air-to-air missiles coupled with the airborne early warning aircraft radar, is able to simultaneously intercept, engage, and destroy up to 5 incoming enemy aircraft out to distances in excess of 500 miles from a carrier task force. This is the F-14A Tomcat. This was used by the U.S. Navy for many years. Very, very capable aircraft. Incredible fighter jet. Let's take a look at the engine here. So this is a TF30P 414 turbojet engine. Before it powered the F-14 Tomcat, it had other plans. In 1958, Pratt & Whitney actually designed the engine for the long-range missile-based Douglas F-6D missileer. Now, this aircraft required no afterburner or rapid acceleration, so the F-6D would make no high G turns or demand fighter maneuverability, rapid throttle movement, or sudden flow change, or a high angle of attack flight. But when the F-6D failed to go into production, its proposed engine wound up powering fighter aircraft that required very, very qualities. The FTF-30 struggled to perform in fighter attack aircraft, including the F-111 Aardvark, the Vought A-7 Corsair, and the Grumman F-14A Tomcat. For example, the engine actually locked the thrust the F-14 needed and faced compressor stalling. So, despite its problems, the TF-30 bridged the gap until the arrival of the GE F-110 engine with almost 7,000 pounds more thrust and an afterburner and a lower fuel consumption. So it was a good start but the GE engine turned out to be much better. So here we're going to take a view under the wing of this F-14A Tomcat from the back. We're going to do an entire walk around, and then there's lots more to see here at the Air Zoo Museum in Portage, Michigan. We are just thrilled to be here today. Now this shows you the underside of the wing. We're going to go back up around to the front here, and then we've got some guns to show you. Lots more aircraft in this. Lots more aircraft in this museum that we're going to see today. I just love this view of the Tomcat here, right down the nose. Welcome, welcome. You are watching a live broadcast on AirshowTeamTV. Got a gun here that we're going to take a quick look at. General Electric 20 mil automatic cannon right there. 6-barrel rotary action automatic gun. All right, let's go take a look at some of the other planes. Hey, as I am going around the museum today, feel free to drop any questions, any comments, anything you have to say, anything you'd like to know. Right into our comments there, right into the chat, and we will try to get them answered. If I don't know the answer, I will get them answered by one of the museum staff here today. They've got a lot of docents here. And here right in front of me, we've got a Bell HJ, a Bell AH-1J Sea Cobra on loan from the National Museum of the Marine Corps. It is a member of the twin-engine Cobra family that includes the Sea Cobra AH-1T and AH-1W. All that noise that you might hear in the background, that's actually, they've got some kids' rides here. And we'll go over and we'll see those too, but you can hear the kids having a great time over there on those rides for sure. All right, looks like we've got a Marine jet next right here. If you know what this is, go ahead and pop it into the comments. I'm going to come around and get you a nice view from the front. Have any of you actually been to this museum in person? This is the Air Zoo Museum in Portage, Michigan. So I don't know if you saw our coverage. Sunday we did a live from the Muskegon, Michigan air show. That is on our YouTube channel currently, AirshowTeamTV. Go ahead and watch that, and watch it till the very end, because we've got a very special interview at the end of our live broadcast from Muskegon Air Show, the Wings Over Muskegon. We get a great interview, an exclusive interview with the A-10 demo pilot, combat veteran, Major Lindsay, call sign Mad Johnson. She gives us a great interview. So be sure to watch our live and stay till the end. All right, so I've got one guess, a P-74. Any other guesses as to what this Marine jet is? Anybody else want to venture a guess here? Let's take a look. Nice view of the F-14 from the back. Hello, thank you for joining us. We are taking a look at this Marine jet, and this actually is a McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet. This is the Hornet. Might be hard to tell from this angle, might be hard to identify it because we're down a little low. You're probably used to seeing these from a different angle. So I'll put the camera up a little higher, see if you can get a better look at it. But that is a FA-18 Hornet right there. Let's learn more about this particular plane. One of the things that I love about this museum is they actually have an app. So if you download the app, you can find out information while you are touring. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, Soaring Eagle. We appreciate you being a subscriber. Want to invite all of you to subscribe to our channel, AirshowTeamTV. We've got lots more to look at here at the museum, but this FA-18 Hornet, it's capable of flying at supersonic speeds, has weapons that include a 20 mil gun and Sidewinder missiles. So it's a great at air combat maneuvering and features an advanced cockpit, which I'll try to get a shot of for you right up there. The Marines ordered it as an F-18 fighter and the Navy as an A-18 attack aircraft. It can switch roles easily and can also be adapted for photo reconnaissance and electronic countermeasure missions as well. So what distinguishes the FA-18 Hornet from other aircraft is the fact that it is highly maneuverable. Super maneuverable plane right here. Even for the size of it, as big as it is. It's earned the praise of fighter pilots for its multifunction displays that allow the jet to switch from a fighter to attack role with just a switch of a button. The Hornet's first combat mission was in 1986 against air defenses in Libya. Since then, the fighter jets have been deployed during the first Gulf War in '91, Bosnia and Kosovo in the late 1990s, and they were used for missions in Afghanistan and Iraq. So we're going to take one more look here at the FA-18 Hornet from the front. We appreciate you all tuning in today. Please share our link with our live as we are going through the museum here today. I'm Lynn Rebuck, producer and director of AirshowTeamTV. If you don't know what Airshow Team is, Airshow Team is a family-friendly reality series. All right, we're coming up on the back end of a Navy jet right here. Anybody know what this one is? And then I've got a special surprise for you coming up next. You are not going to believe the next jet that we're going to go look at after this one. It's incredible. So I'm going to give you a nice long look here. You might find some hints along the way. We got a nice Navy jet. We are going to take a look. Let's go all the way around. Take a look. All right, I got some great guesses going so far here. You might be surprised to know this is actually a Vought F-8J Crusader. We did see the F-14. We did see the F-14 earlier before you came on the broadcast. But yep, this is a Vought.
I could fly.
Some of these jets I have actually not seen before in person, so if you haven't been out here to the Air Zoo Museum, I encourage you to come out. find a reason, find a way to get to this part of Michigan. Portage, Michigan is about an hour south, I believe, of Grand Rapids. And it is east of Detroit. I'm going to step back, give you a better look of the whole jet here. Yeah, that looks like it'd be a fun one to fly, huh? Let me tell you some details about the F-8J Crusader. It's unique in that it features a variable incidence wing. So that could elevate up to 7 degrees to the front while rotating about its rear spar. So pretty cool, huh? Well, we're going to get to the World War II planes in just a minute, but we're starting out with these. So stay tuned. I'm going to keep asking you questions. This is a pop quiz here. A pop quiz on military jets. So the ability to elevate that wing helped improve the aircraft's flight characteristics at slow speeds and increase pilot visibility for takeoff and for landing. Crusader features 4 20-mil cannons, provisions for 4 AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles, and underwing pylons that hold a maximum of 4,000 pounds of ordnance. So pretty substantial. There are also photo reconnaissance variants that flew dangerous missions during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And then with United States entry into the Vietnam War, the F-8 became the first U.S. Navy aircraft to routinely battle North Vietnamese MiGs. Well, that's interesting. Did you know that? Did you know that the F-8 was actually the first U.S. jet to battle against North Vietnamese MiGs? Interesting. See, you learn something when you come to museums. So now I'm going to try and give you a view of a super cool jet. Super cool jet. I'm going to try and see if you guys can guess what it is. I'm not going to show you the whole thing at once. I'm just going to show you part of it. All right. So, hey, anybody guess what this one is? How about if I just show you this much of it? Yeah, you got it. You guessed it, Soaring Eagle. This is the SR-71B Blackbird. There it is. This thing is incredible. I just love how they have it displayed here, where you can walk right under the nose like that. So they just had a special event here this week they had actually pilots and those involved with flying the SR-71B Blackbird. They had them here on panel. They had them here answering questions. You could talk with them. You could get up to the cockpit. What an experience that was. So I strongly encourage you, if you're a fan of this jet, if you're a fan of the Blackbird, the SR-71, come on next year. Hopefully they will have that event again. And come on down. All right. It is a gorgeous plane. I'm going to step back further and further here to try and give you a view of the whole thing at once. Don't know if I could do it on this vertical. I might need to switch to horizontal. But here it is from nose a tale. This is your United States military SR-71B. So they have carnival rides over there for kids. Yeah, aviation rides. We'll go over and we'll see them close up. But yep, that's what the screaming and the fun noises that you hear in the background. Kids are having a great time on the carnival rides. This is a museum, like I was saying, this is a museum like no other museum I've been in. So yeah, this is definitely a huge museum. You've got to come and check it out. It is near the airport, near Kalamazoo. Fantastic museum here. Let me see if I can switch this sideways. Don't know if I can, so I don't want to make y'all dizzy. Let's go walk around the back end of the SR-71 here, so you can get the whole experience. Cool. Look at that. This thing is just awesome. So, question, why don't we use the SR-71 anymore? Why don't we use it anymore? Does anybody know? Well, I'll give you a pretty quick and simple answer. We've got imaging satellites that provide reconnaissance today without risking human life, and that keeps the cost lower. You know, flying these jets is expensive, of course, as anyone who owns a plane or owns a jet has ever known. It is expensive, and so the reconnaissance plane is basically, I mean, it was top of the line when it was released. It was unique, it was rare, it was impressive, and it's now kind of obsolete. So, yeah. So let's learn a little bit more about the SR-71. You might know some of this already. But the SR-71 Blackbird get you a good look at it here. They've got some video going of this jet in flight, so I want to show you this real quick. This is in the heyday of the SR-71 Blackbird. Check that out. Amazing. So they've got a lot of great information on the Blackbird here that you can take a look at while you're touring this museum. Again, this is the AirshowTeamTV Museum. I'm gonna be honest, it was really never on my radar. I came up here for the Muskegon Wings Over Muskegon event to film that, to cover that, and happened to discover this museum, and boy, I'm so glad that I did, not only so I can see it myself, but so that I can bring it to you. It is a clearly and truly amazing museum. So I want to give you some more facts on the SR-31 and SR-71, excuse me, and not overload you here with information today. But its max speed is 2,200 miles an hour. The range is 2,900 nautical miles. Power plant has two Pratt & Whitney J58-1 continuous bleed afterburner engines, and it is just a mighty beast. That's the way to sum it up. All right, we're gonna go walk around, see what else we can find. While I'm walking through today, just wanted to say hi. I'm Lynn Rebuck. I'm the director and producer of AirshowTeamTV. AirshowTeamTV is the only 600-mile-an-hour reality series in the world. And you can watch it for free on YouTube, on our channel that you're on today, AirshowTeamTV. We have 10 episodes currently streaming. We go behind the scenes. We go into the hangar, into the cockpit, and also into the backstories of these incredible jets. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. AirshowTeam.tv is our website. Support our channel by buying some merch on our website, AirshowTeam.tv. And we also have a fundraising tab on there. So we sure appreciate it if you consider making some donation there on our fundraising page so that we can continue to bring these lives, not only from air shows, but from museums, and also more episodes of Airshow Team TV. So we have Airshow Team series actually stars the MiG-17. We have two MiG-17s primarily that are featured in the series. Randy Ball's MiG-17F, and then John Blanchett's incredible MiG-17PF. It's the only flying MiG-17PF in the world. I wrote the cover story about that jet for Smithsonian Air and Space magazine and designed and developed the series from that. So you are going to love that series. If you've seen episodes, great. Thank you for watching. If you haven't seen any episodes yet, tune in today as soon as this live ends. You're going to love it. The episodes are short. It's family friendly, so you can watch it with kids. And you're going to love the series. And there's more great episodes yet to come on Airshow Team. So get caught up. You got 10 episodes to watch. All right, let's take a look at some other planes here. Turn this around again. All right, now we're over here to some of the World War II. I can't have you guess this one because I just have it in the shot right now. This is a Curtiss Wright XP-55. This is the Ascender. The Ascender. In 1943, the Ascender flew for the first time, and the U.S. Army Air Force adopted it as an experimental model. All right, let's go take a look at a photo reconnaissance plane here. And then behind me is another very special aircraft. Yes, we featured the A-10 Thunderbolt Warthog yesterday, or Sunday. We did a walk around of that, so that's on our channel. Be sure to watch that video. We did that ahead of the air show, and then we did the air show with the A-10 performing. So you got to check that out as well. So here's a photo reconnaissance plane. Sharp looking plane. This is actually not a U.S. jet. This is, oh, movie fans, you're going to like some of the trivia I'm going to share with you here. So this is a Hispano Aviación HA-1112 Buchon. The Buchon was derived from the German Bf-109G, and in this particular aircraft served with an Air Force, but it wasn't the U.S. Air Force. This particular plane served with the Spanish Air Force. This was a ground attack plane powered by, of course, you can probably tell from right here, from this view, powered by a Rolls-Royce Merlin 545. liquid-cooled V12 1600 horsepower engine. Top speed on the Bouchon, 413 miles per hour. The range, 475 miles. Had two 20 mil cannons. Only 171 were ever built and delivered between 56 and 60. And their service ended in 1965. So let's take a nice little stroll around here, get you a view of this. From nose to tail. There it is, the Bouchon. All right. Anybody want to venture a guess on what this is just from seeing the tail? Where are my plane spotters, my IDers? Let's see. The Allison engine. This is the only American liquid-cooled engine to see service in World War II. I bet you didn't know that. The Allison V1710 was the type of engine that powered Air Zoo co-founder Sue Parrish's pink P-40 Warbird, which is hanging at the entrance, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. Very cool. V12 supercharged 4-stroke liquid-cooled piston engine. Displacement 1710 cubic inches. Power output 1500 horse at 3000 RPM at 30,000 feet. Now look at the nose art on this, would you? Pretty cool. This, of course, is the Bell P-39Q Cobra. Air a Cobra. The Air a Cobra was designed as a bomber interceptor, but it turned into an excellent ground attack weapon in the Pacific and on the Soviet front. It saw combat throughout the world, particularly in the Southwest Pacific, Mediterranean, and Russian theaters. Its unique engine location behind the cockpit, you can see the exhaust there. It caused some pilot concern, but this proved to be no more of a hazard in a crash landing than with an engine located forward of the cockpit. P-39 spin characteristics, however, could be quite a problem if the recovery techniques were ignored. Because of its poor high altitude performance, many U.S. airmen didn't care for it, and more than 60% of them were sold to the Soviet Union. So there it is, your Bell P-39Q Air Cobra, nose to tail. A couple of guns built right into the wing. Hey, thanks for joining us today. You are watching on AirshowTeamTV live from the Air Zoo Museum in Portage, Michigan. And we're bringing you some great planes today. We also have some helicopters and a lot more things to see here at this museum. If you already missed our the SR-71 Blackbird, we'll be showing you that again on the way out, but you can also, at the end of this live, this video is going to go ahead and post to our AirshowTeamTV YouTube. So you'll be able to watch it and rewatch it, and we hope that you share it with some friends and some aviation loving folks in your life. Ooh, I think we missed a couple back here. Let's go back this way. I love the artwork that they have on the walls here. Isn't this great murals? Look at that. Great murals they got. Alright, so we saw the Curtiss. Let's take a look. This is actually a Thunderbolt. We saw the A-10 Thunderbolts on Sunday when we filmed out the Muskegon Wings Over Muskegon Air Show, which is on our channel. But this is a different Thunderbolt. This is the Republic P-47D Thunderbolt. This is a World War II rugged, reliable plane. Built by Republic Aviation. Served as one of World War II's most formidable, adaptable, and dependable aircraft. It's heavy. Yeah, it looks heavy, and it is, but it's also fast. It's a high-altitude fighter with, look at the size of this fuselage. Massive, massive fuselage. The P-47 entered service in '41. Its construction as the era's largest single-engine fighter allowed the airplane to bear serious damage while the armored cockpit protected the pilot. Let's walk around here. These are just beautifully restored planes, too. The paint on them is incredible. The restoration work is just fabulous on these as well. You are watching live on AirshowTeamTV. We are streaming from the Air Zoo Museum in Portage, Michigan. A gem of a museum with some fabulous displays and some great planes. Very unique planes that I haven't encountered at other museums before. That looks like a substantial plane. And it's just single engine. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Look at the size of that. Again, this is the Republic P-47D Thunderbolt. This Thunderbolt is the 91st airplane out of only 465 that were ever built. With the paint scheme, the restoration team honors the flying ace Francis Gabby Gabreski, 61st Fighter Squadron, 56th Fighter Group, 8th Air Force. Oh, I have to go back over to that other plane because I promised you an interesting detail for movie fans. As soon as we finish here with this one. And this is a V-1 flying bomb. This is on loan from the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. You don't have to go all the way to DC to see it. It is right here at the museum in Michigan. It's a guided flying bomb developed for the German Luftwaffe in World War II. They started using it in '44. Last ones were launched in '45. It was often called a buzz bomb or doodlebug due to the noise the pulse jet engine produced in flight. This is a V-1 flying bomb. We're going to toss in a BMW motorcycle because it's here. There it is. For you motorcycle fans, this is a German motorcycle. 4-stroke, 2-cylinder flat twin. built by the Bavarian Motor Works, BMW. All right, so I promised you a tidbit of information about this, and I forgot to finish. This plane, the Bouchon, is starred in a movie. So it was actually featured in the movie Battle of Britain in 1969. Did anybody see Battle of Britain? If you've seen that movie, then you probably saw this plane in it. It was featured in that movie. All right. So I've got some great displays here also. The Rosie the Riveters. How women answered the call. The Bomber Factory in Fort Worth, Texas. Gives you a peek inside what the factory looked like. And then we're going to swing around the front of this aircraft here.
But once you start working the factory,
Ooh, love the artwork. Again, these are some of the finest restorations and paint jobs that I have seen on museum aircraft. They really obviously pride themselves on their work here. I'm going to step back so you can get the full view. And then we're kind of below a lot of these planes, but in a minute we are going to go upstairs where we can get an aerial view of these planes as well. This, of course, is the North American B-25J Mitchell. Was designed as a medium-range bomber. Operating altitudes of 10 to 15,000 feet. Probably, and I'm not really going out on a limb here, it's probably the most versatile plane of World War II. Take a look at the engines here on this. Was used for low and high-level bombing, strafing, photo reconnaissance, submarine patrol, and even as a fighter. The B-25 was the type of aircraft, of course, that completed the historic Doolittle raid over Tokyo in '42. Nearly 10,000 B-25s were produced from '39 to '45. The Air Zoo's B-25 here, which you see, was used as a strafer. Features the markings of the 498th Bomb Squadron, the Falcons, the 345th Bomb Group. So if you were to ask the normal bomb load of this plane, 3,000 pounds. Now this model, the J, carries 18 50 cal guns, 14 of which can fire forward. So take a look at the guns here. 1, 2, so 14 of the 18 fire forward. Just love the artwork and how they have this museum decorated. It's truly a class act and well thought out, well planned. We're not going to show you everything today in this live, but we are going to show you enough so that you're going to want to come and visit this yourself. I mean, it's one thing to watch our live, but it's something else to come and see it in person. It really is. You're going to want to come here to the Air Zoo Museum in Portage, Michigan, and see this incredible collection and display for yourself. I'm going to turn the camera around and give you another look at another incredible plane here. This is the Howard GH-2 Nightingale. From 39 to 44, it's on loan from the Marine Corps National Museum. Capable of sensational performance even though it was a heavy and bulky plane. Used in the Navy between 39 and 41. Transport, blind flying navigational trainer, and as an air ambulance. So a lot of planes were built for the civilian sector, and then when the war started, they got co-opted basically for the war effort. And such is the case here with this particular plane. This is a Fairchild 24K, 4-water. The noise that you hear, they've got a lot of arcade rides here for kids. So just in case maybe the kids aren't into the planes as much, they've still got stuff to do here with these carnival rides. Now this beautiful plane in front of us is a Waco VTF, 1937. And then I've got a great car to show you here too, if you're a fan of vintage classic cars. Now this plane is so rare, only 6 of them were ever built. Take a close up here in the engine. Only 6 of these were ever built. It's essentially a model UPF with a slightly different engine. This one was designed as a trainer combat aircraft for the Guatemalan Air Force. As an attack aircraft, the front cockpit would be covered and a 30 cal machine gun pods would be placed under the wings. This particular aircraft does not appear to ever have had that configuration. So, here's some of the other rides for the kids. Kind of fun. And then, since we are in Michigan, we got to show you this classic Ford. There go the kids up and down. That ride's called the Paratrooper. You got any paratroopers watching us today? All right, we've got a big U.S. Army plane to look at here. Straight ahead of me, that's where we're headed next. It's the Ford 5AT Trimotor. Now this is pretty cool. 3 big radial engines. Let me tell you a little bit about the tri-motor here. Has anybody ever seen one of these or flown in one of these? You can get some rides in these from time to time. This one was built in 1929. They were introduced in 26. Designed and built with Alclad, which is an aluminum alloy. Aluminum alloy sandwich increased the durability and corrosion resistance. The first successful all-metal plane took flight. The tri-motor could actually fly successfully on just two motors, 2 engines, and maintain flight on one. It was used for airmail, cargo transport, and passenger service. This really being stable put it in the front of the public's eye. This is the most successful incarnation of the tri-motor. You can see how the size of this motor here as we're right next to it. You can see how it's configured for passengers. This is a Ford airplane, ladies and gentlemen. The Ford tri-motor. Flaps. Excelsior motorcycle, a Heath LMB4 parasol, and the other side of the Ford tri-motor. There are also some planes that are hanging from the ceiling here. And a lot of very interesting artifacts, historical uniforms, medals, just a lot of great information. And for those of you who have ever wanted to see a Sopwith camel, here it is. This is a hybrid reproduction with authentic World War I parts. Get you back for a better look. Sopwith camel. We're coming to you today live. And of course, we've got Snoopy and his Sopwith camel right there for you fans of the Peanuts cartoon by Charles Schulz. We've got it right next to the hybrid Sopwith camel. Just a beautiful museum, well thought out displays, lovely murals on the walls. I want to show you some of the murals too while we're here. Just incredibly done. You know, if you've ever visited Air Force museums, you know they're very stark. They're usually in hangars. This is just such a striking comparison to that. I mean, look at these murals depicting balloon flight, the joy of balloon flight. Before all these planes became popular, balloons were the way to fly. Even the lovely painting done here on the pavement. look at this. So realistic. So lifelike. And then they've got a toddler area for families with children, for kids to enjoy. There's toys, there's different things to play with, puzzles, coloring pages, stuff for the kids to do, as well as the rides. So I think I skipped a couple planes. Going to show you real quick. Couple more. This is a Waco INF, introduced in 1930. Ooh, look at the detail on this beautiful wood propeller. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow, just sensational. Look at the detail on that. Introduced in 1930, customers were looking for a little bit more power in the economy model. Waco's popular as a sportsman aircraft, 125 horse motor. It was popular for aerobatic training too. Used by the civilian pilot training program. We've got a Texaco petroleum products plane here. That's just a great shot right there. Are you enjoying this today? Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Say hi. Wave at me. Y'all are kind of quiet out there today. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions about any of these planes? Anybody interested in knowing more than I have shared with you today? We have docents here standing by at the ready to answer questions. This little plane here, you can see how little it is in comparison to the folks that just walked by. This is the Baby Bullet. It's a home-built aircraft kit created by the Heath Airplane Company. It was built in 1933, originally by Perry Hansen, and after he finished building it, he raced it for a few years. After World War II, he sold it, and it was modified by others into its current Goodyear racer appearance. Such a small plane. All right, one last look from the front at the Texaco plane, and then we are gonna give you some special news. We got a plane upside down on the ceiling there. This is a replica of a Travel Air mystery ship from 29. That's what the Texaco plane is. All right, any other questions? Is anybody out there? One last look. We're going to go see the SB-71 one more time. But on our way over to the SB-71, let me just remind you, you are invited to watch the 10 episodes of Airshow Team Red 620 that we have streaming right now. Now, if you're not familiar with Airshow Team, it is a 600-mile-an-hour reality series that's streaming on our YouTube channel, AirshowTeamTV, the channel you're watching today. So please be sure to subscribe, hit that bell button, and then you'll be alerted when we have new episodes on and when we do lives from air shows and from air museums, aviation museums. So you can also find us on AirshowTeamTV. Don't know if you can see it there on the hat. AirshowTeam.tv is our website. We sure appreciate it if you go on and support the show, the series, and these lives from air shows and museums by making a contribution. You can do that through the donate tab on AirshowTeam.tv. And watch the episodes of Airshow Team. 600-mile reality series. We follow a pilot and his crew in preparing and flying vintage Cold War jets. Randy Ball and the MiG-17F, John Blanchett and his award-winning MiG-17PF, the only MiG-17PF in the world. Some people call it the Lynn 5P. It is an incredible story of how John restored that jet from a piece of scrap in Poland, brought it over to the U.S., took 14 years and his own funds to restore that jet and turn it into an airshow star. It now flies 600 miles an hour. Randy Ball at the controls. And so we go to air shows. We go into the cockpit with Randy as he flies these incredible demos like you would see an F-16 fly, these aerobatic demos. And then we also go into the hangar for repairs, for winter maintenance. If you've never seen the tail put back on a MiG-17, then this is your chance to do it. We go in with Randy and his team as they do just that. We also hear how John accomplished this incredible restoration of Red 620 that landed his jet on the cover of Smithsonian Air and Space. And that's how I developed the Airshow Team. I wrote this story for Smithsonian Air and Space and realized what a unique and amazing story this is from every aspect, from every point of view, because John restores the jet, Randy flies the jet, and Erin is the only female crew chief of a North American jet demo team. And she works on the jets. She maintains them. She helps with the winter maintenance and everything that needs to be done on the jets, and goes to air shows with Randy as well. So from start to finish, it's an incredible series. You're going to want to watch it. And also as a plus, it's family friendly. So you can watch it with kids, you can watch it with grandkids, you can watch it with whoever and not be concerned about what the content is going to be and the language is going to be. It is entirely a family friendly show. So we invite you to watch that. And let us know, share the episodes. Episodes are pretty short, like 15 to 20 minutes. We got 10 episodes streaming now. And we invite you to buy some Airshow Team merch, like this lovely hat here that I'm wearing today. And support our channel and our streams and our series. One of our goals is we'd like to upgrade our camera for our live streams. And so that's part of what the funding will be used for. And also for more editing costs. It takes a lot to keep up and maintain a channel like this. And so we sure appreciate your help and your financial support. Please donate through that donate tab on AirshowTeam.tv. Please subscribe and hit the bell button. And now I want to give you an announcement. I have a special announcement. And then also something that I want to show you here, the SB-71 that's right behind me. Can you see it? We're going to take a full look at it one more time before we head out. So here's our announcement. In addition to having the air shows live that we do and the AirshowTeamTV reality series that we produce, we're also going to be starting a special feature called Museum Mondays. Throughout the U.S., a lot of museums are closed on Mondays, and so we're going to help by providing you some museum content on Mondays. So we wanted to make you aware of that. Be sure to look for our Museum Mondays. And we'll be doing a lot of lives on Tuesdays as well as the weekend air shows. So tune in, subscribe, and then let's take one last look at the SB-71. There it is in all its glory. The massive plane. And what we're going to do now to wind up this broadcast, all these planes that you're seeing me walk by right now, we have already covered earlier in this live. So if you want to see those, go ahead and this video is actually going to post to our Airshow Team TV YouTube channel. So go ahead and watch it after it posts. It'll probably take about 15 minutes to upload, and then you'll be able to watch it and share it with friends and in your aviation circles. We appreciate your support, and we're going to run upstairs here real quick. This museum has just some lovely entryways. It's got a great gift shop out here as well. Beautifully designed. I've got some statics outside. And there's the co-founder's plane. Got a lovely gift shop here. Well stocked. Well stocked, a lot of great variety. If you want to learn more about the SR-71. Oh, I'm getting a little tired. I think I called it the SB-71 earlier. The SR-71. We got some nice books, a nice collection of books here as well. Play sets for the kids. All kinds of stuff in the gift shop here. We're going to run up the elevator real quick. Very nice staff here at the museum as well. We're going to head up the elevator. Let's go ahead and take the stairs. Ooh, I'm getting my steps in. I'm going to give you a nice overlook from up here so that you can see the whole museum. We're also going to come up and take a look at this. This is Sue Parrish's plane. She's one of the co-founders of the museum. And I got a kick out of this. This twisted propeller here. Says comes courtesy of Sue's wheels up landing and her P-40 and 76. A little scrapage going on there. Some of Sue's personal effects here. This is, of course, a P-40 Warhawk. It's a Curtiss Warhawk. Single engine. Engaged Japanese aircraft during the attack on Pearl Harbor. An invasion of the Philippines. Flying Tigers flew P-40s in China defense. Tuskegee Airmen's 99th Fighter Squadron flew P-40s, cast off by other units. And the British and Soviet Air Force also flew P-40 variants. So Sue bought this P-40 in pieces and had it restored in California.
Howdy. Hi. Jeannie's ready for it. I remember you. You're
Yes,
good.
yes.
You want to just sign? Yes. Thank you.
They got some great activities for kids here. We got kids coming in for that. And then they've got a nice area that you can sit upstairs here, relax, have some food. They got some tables. I just wanted to come up here and give you that noise that you hear is that carnival ride going on. I just wanted to come up here and give you the bird's eye view of just the size and the scope and the beautiful presentation of this Air Zoo museum. So again, if you are anywhere within driving or travel distance to Portage, Michigan, come up and see the Air Zoo museum. See all these lovely planes, all these aircraft, all these jets in person. so much more fun than watching a video. Don't just take our word for it. Get yourself up here and have a great time. So thanks so much for joining me today. I am Lynn Rebuck, producer, director, and your host at AirshowTeamTV. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell button, and please share us with others. We sure appreciate your help. Support us financially on AirshowTeam.tv and pick up some merch for yourself. We've got quite a few things to choose from. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you again soon. Watch some of our videos. We've got the Muskegon Air Show posted from Sunday. You can watch the entire air show that we recorded just for you. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Airshow Team TV. Bye now.